Good morning. This is Around the House with Kay and Tom. This morning I am going to fix some Brickle. I've never done it before, so let's just see how it turns out. What you need is you use saltine crackers. You need a cup of butter, and each one of these are half a cup, it says, so we need 2 of those. We need a cup of brown sugar, teaspoon of either almond or vanilla extract, which I have vanilla, and we need 2 cups of chocolate chips. You can either use milk chocolate or semi-chocolate. Today I'm going to use the milk chocolate. So what we do first is that you take a cookie sheet and you line it with aluminum foil. Should really be a good cleanup anyway. And again, this is Around the House with Kay and Tom. I'm trying to fix some cookies. There's our aluminum foil. You're to spray it down a little bit, so let's just spray it with Pam. And you need to take a sleeve of crackers and just lay them down. It says to use saltine crackers. And it says to lay them with the salt side up. So that's what we're going to get this done right quick. If you hear Christmas music, it's because I have a clock that plays chimes in the hour, half hour. And it is set on Christmas carols right now. And it did say that if you get to do and you don't have enough to make it to the edge, to just go ahead and break them, just so you can have the whole sheet covered. So I'm just going to break that one right there. Stick it right there. I guess I need to break some more and put them on this side over here. Don't break the best. My pan may be smaller than what yours is going to be, because it says it would take probably 1 sleeve to cover your cookie pan, but it did not on mine. It only took part of one. Didn't have many left, but I had a few left. That is done. What we need to do is we have to have the cup of butter and a cup of brown sugar. So we'll get a cup of brown sugar. Okay, what we need to do is we need to put the butter in a saucepan on the stove and get the butter melted. A cup of butter and a cup of brown sugar. And when that gets melted, we will put a half a teaspoonful of vanilla flavoring. Okay, while my butter is melting, I have preheated my oven for up to 400, because we're going to cover this. We covered the cookie sheet with the crackers. I am melting 2 sticks of butter, which equals to 1 cup, and then I'm going to add the brown sugar, and we're going to stir it until it is dissolved. We're going to add the vanilla flavoring, and then we're going to pour it over these crackers and place in the oven for 5 minutes. And when I line my pan with aluminum foil, I did spray it with Pam. And I'm just using regular milk chocolate chips. They say semi-chocolate, either one you would like to use. I have my butter in there, a cup of brown sugar, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. Need to bring it to a boil. Okay, I'm bringing my sugar and my butter. I'm stirring it and bringing it to a boil. Vanilla flavoring. It's taking it a few minutes to come to a boil, isn't it? Oh, it's finally come to a boil. And it says to boil it for 2 to 3 minutes. Just keep stirring it until it all, you know the old saying, a watch pot never boils. Well, when you're trying to say 2 to 3 minutes, it takes it a long time to get to the 2 to 3 minutes. Well, it's definitely boiling rather long right now. So we'll just keep stirring it. It smells good. My oven has time. The timer went off telling me that it's 400 degrees. We're going to pour this over the crackers. And when we pour it over the crackers, then we're going to set it in the oven for 5 minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pour it over our crackers. Can you see how it looks? I'm just trying to make sure it gets over the corners of these crackers right here right quick. I think that's pretty good. And we'll put this in the oven and let it cook for 5 minutes. Okay, it's been in there 5 minutes. And it says to cover with chocolate. You had 2 cups of chocolate chips. It says to let it sit for 30 seconds and just sort of spread out your chocolate a little bit, it says. And then I have a cup where it says chopped walnuts, so we're going to sprinkle on top of this just as soon as this melts a little bit. Okay, I've let my chips set a few minutes, and then I'm just spreading the chocolate all over my crackers. And some people actually put it back in the oven just maybe a minute or 2 so your chips will get soft. Then after you spread it all on there, make sure you get all the crackers covered up. And then you can lick the spoon. Take your nuts and just sprinkle your nuts over it. It did say use walnuts, but I imagine you can use any kind of nuts that you prefer. I have a granddaughter that's allergic to peanuts, so make sure you don't use no peanuts on anything she's going to get. And there it is. Looks very tasty. And it says to set it somewhere and let it cool, and then you just break it up, put it in containers, and enjoy. This is Kay, Around the House with Kay and Tom. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Like I say, I've never made this before, but I just thought I would do something different today. If you haven't joined my channel, please do, and I will be back before long. That turned out to be a really pretty dish. Now I'm going to let it cool just a little bit more, and then we're going to cut it up. Around the House with Kay and Tom. Now come back to see me. Hope you subscribe. This is Around the House with Kay and Tom. I put this in the refrigerator last night just because I couldn't. My house is 75 degrees outside. I've got it 72 inside, but it still didn't want to get hard. So I stuck it in the refrigerator for just a little bit, and it came out to be where you could break it up into pieces. So there we go. We have our Brickle that we pieces. Okay, Around the House with Kay and Tom. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll sign up to my channel and come back to see me.